It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Bills. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads, everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now for Tony Pollard.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. They're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
It's taken to the 26.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start. To get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one.
After review of the
So
play,
that one
the ruling on the
overturned.
field is
They say
reversed.
the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think it...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Pittman from 10 yards out. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an
Previous
extra
play
long
is
look
under
at this
review.
one. They're taking a... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Rolling to his right. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans back out there and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. This one could... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure. As they try and get downfield.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge is a successful one. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Ready? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Texans. Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Allen, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that will be incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And here's Matt Araiza now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Let's check on one final game for you. And
it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second down and a run by Robinson. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Robinson will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Swinging this out for Pollard. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
60 Eagles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
On the ball, on the ball.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Bills ready to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On the set.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Down inside the 40.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll look to throw.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the
Holding
7.
offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason.
There he goes, right side, 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, with the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Pittman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And that stretches the lead to 27. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on first down is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead.
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. It's a gain of 35.
Ready?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for our visitors, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.